Yes, people, why football? And Arsenal have accumulated 50 points after just 19 Premier League games. So in this video, I'm discussing whether this is the best Arsenal team of all time. As always, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on what I just said. And as always, subscribe down below on my road to 2,000 subscribers if you love Arsenal and football related content. So of course, I did not get to actually see the Invincibles play live. I was alive, don't worry. I am 20 years of age, so I was alive during the Invincibles, but I did not get to see them play live or appreciate it by any stretch of the imagination. So I must start by saying, definitely in my lifetime, from when I started watching Arsenal in around 2007, 2008, this is the best Arsenal team I've watched. For an abundance of facts, I believe that our team throughout is solid. I think our squad needs work, but our actual starting 11 is solid. I don't see a weakness in that team. We go to grounds, we dominate, and we play beautiful football. It's the first time, definitely in a while, where I've watched Arsenal teams and I smile watching my team play due to the football we're playing. We're dominating teams. I've never seen us go to Tottenham, go to White Hart Lane and dominate. Even the seasons gone by, before I was born or before I even watched football, where Arsenal would win at White Hart Lane or go to White Hart Lane, despite the beautiful teams we had, the Invincibles, man, we would still struggle to win games there. When we won the league at White Hart Lane, we drew that game. We didn't win that. This, for me, a couple of weeks back when we played against Tottenham at White Hart Lane, was the biggest difference between the two sides I've ever seen. We played them out the park, dominated them from start to finish. Tottenham fans didn't know what they were watching. They literally came to see Arsenal play them out the park, man. It was like Barcelona versus Barnet. Two different ends of the spectrum the way Arsenal and Tottenham played that game. I've never seen anything like it. And for me, that was a big indicator. Because when you go to your rivals and play like that, that shows your top quality team. Because people always say form goes out the window when you go to your rivals, right? When you go to a rival, it's always a tough game. Older people have said it to me. They say, look, Tottenham, Man United, it's always tough. No matter how good we are, no matter how good they are, it will always be a tough game because it's your rival. It didn't look like it then. When we beat Tottenham, it looked like night and day. Even when we beat Manchester United, I know it was only 3-2 in a last minute winner, but we played them out the park that whole game. If you look at the stats, I know stats aren't everything, we were in complete control of that football match. Our XG was off the charts compared to theirs, and we thoroughly deserved to win that match as well. But is it the best Arsenal team of all time? We know it's the highest point accumulation Arsenal have ever had in the Premier League season, netting 50 points after 19 games, and being on course to reach 100 points by the 38th and final game in this Premier League season. That is nothing to sniff at. 100 points, only Man City and their Centurion team has ever achieved that. And it's not a fluke. I've watched every Arsenal game this season. We haven't just stumbled our way to 50 points. We deserve those 50 points. If I look at the 19 Premier League matches we have played so far, the only game I can say we really didn't quite deserve our result was Leeds United away. I think we got put under the cosh big time against Leeds in that second half, and we came away unscathed. Honestly, a draw would have been a fair result. Against Man United when we lost, 3-1, very unfair. I think a draw at least would have been a fair result for us. We definitely deserved it, especially after the VAR decision in the first half to rule out Martinelli's goal for an Ødegaard foul. I think that was thoroughly unfair and thoroughly undeserved. But we lost that game, it is what it is. Even against Southampton when we drew, I honestly thought we were good enough to win that match as well. I thought the referee played a massive impact, not booking and sending their Southampton players off for the dirty tactics they had on Martinelli and Jesus and Saka as well. And against Newcastle, look, Newcastle are the best defensive team in this league. They put 11 men behind the ball and they just defended for their lives. And they got exactly what they wanted, a point. I honestly think going to St James's Park may actually be an easier game because they'll actually have to attack us rather than just sitting 11 men behind the football. So, even in the games we dropped points, which has only been 3, compared to 16 wins, we've looked decent. Our football throughout this whole season has looked very solid and very good. That compared with the consistency of selecting the same team. I've said this a lot on this channel, so if you watched videos before, you'll know this. I said consistency is one of the biggest factors in football, man. It all starts from consistency in tactics, consistency in team selection, and then you'll get the consistency in results. We've had all those stages. Our team selection, 7 of the 11 players have played in every single Premier League game this season. That is a credit to them for keeping their fitness up, a credit to Arteta for, of course, giving them the confidence to play every game and choosing them, and not just saying you're in the team this week, you're not in the team next week, and kind of like dashing their confidence, but also to the whole team for performing well. They deserve it, man. You can't drop a team if they're winning games week in, week out. It's exactly that. And number one thing as well, alongside that, the defence is accompanying that. Our defence looks solid, man. We do not leak goals anymore. Saliba, Gabriel Zinchenko and Ben White. That is a solid back four in my opinion, man. Even Tomiyasu for Ben White as an example. Solid back four. We go into games and we get clean sheets, man. How often does this happen? I mean, in London this season, Tottenham, Brentford, Crystal Palace and Chelsea. 4 wins, 4 clean sheets. And those are 4 tough teams to go away to, and we've just swept up, cleaned up. It's a new look Arsenal team. Even the Invincible side, now I said that early in the video, I never actually got to watch them play live because I was too young, I was only 2 years old. But even then, speaking to older people, speaking to my uncle, my dad for example, they would say this Arsenal Invincible side, they draw a lot of games. And they did, 26 wins, 12 draws, of course 0 losses, so they are invincible. But 12 draws, man, we're drawing against sides that really are in the bottom half of the table. This Arsenal team, I don't think do that. I really don't think they do that. The difference is, that Arsenal team, right, legends, match winners, man, iconic footballers, Henry, Bergkamp, Vieira. It's through the whole team. You've got iconic footballers in that Invincible side. Do you have iconic footballers in the Arsenal side? This is a special thing about it. Not right now, but in the future, you look back at it and say, wow, Ødegaard, what a baller. Will we look at him the same way we look at Bergkamp, for example, in 5-10 years' time, when Ødegaard's achieved success for Arsenal? Will we look at Saka the way we look at David Rocastle or Henry? Will we look at the same for Martinelli in that respect to Pires, Ljungberg? Will we look at the same for Jesus and Nketiah? Will we look at them the way we look at Bergkamp, Henry, Vieira, that type of Partey to Vieira, etc.? Time will tell. People say, oh, they're untouchable. How are you comparing players now to those legends back in the day? But it's not such a far stretch. I mean, if this Arsenal team wins the league, they deserve to be in the talks for the best Arsenal team ever, in my opinion. 19 years without a league title, basically. The last time we won a league title was the Invincibles. No one gave us a prayer at the start. We've already banded together 50 points 50 points at the halfway stage, on course to 100 points if we extrapolate it for the second half of the season. How is this not one of the best Arsenal teams we've ever seen play live? Even the old people probably say, I haven't seen Arsenal play like this for a long, long while. Dominating teams, playing beautiful football, getting results. We've got the passion, the attitude, a young squad as well. Everything is piecing together for Arteta, and the Arsenal fan base, just like myself, are really excited to watch it play. So in my opinion, although this is not currently the best Arsenal team ever, I do believe if we win the Premier League and go on to win the Champions League in the next 3 years, I will say that this generation of Arsenal players, this 3 to 5 year stretch, may end up being the best in Arsenal's history. As always, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on that subject, especially those of you that have got to watch the Invincibles play live. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on it, what they were like, because of course I've only seen highlights. I started watching Arsenal play around 2007, 2008, so that is where my knowledge comes from. As always, subscribe down below if you love Arsenal-related content, transfer news, match reports, all those shenanigans. I always provide it. And as always, I hope to see you all in my next video.